I love playing video games. I enjoy the immersion that a story can give you when you're really invested in it. I love the challenges that you'd have to overcome in any game that's made well. I love looking at the way that worlds are depicted in the pieces of art that people spend so much of their lives creating just so that we gamers can enjoy them. It therefore drives me bonkers when an otherwise amazing game has one glaring blemish that completely ruins the game. When the game is fantastic and fun until one single element throws the whole train off its tracks and sends it barreling into a train station full of innocent civilians, sending them early into the realm of the dead. When something that could have been left out of the game completely to no detriment of the game whatsoever, instead rubs its stupid face against the monitor screen. There is an aspect to the detective story that lends itself well to video games. Detectives are by their very nature puzzle solvers, people who have to use their brains to solve crimes and figure out complex mysteries to finally nab the killer at the end. It's always a murder, by the way. Very rarely is the culprit anything but a murderer. But that's fine, it's whatever. The story archetype has been established for a couple centuries now, and it's still not done us wrong. What a surprise it totally isn't, therefore, when a game like Murdered Soul Suspect comes out. The premise of the game is simple. You're a detective on a case when you get killed mysteriously. Now you have to solve the case of your own murder, but as a ghost that can only interact with the physical world in specific, limited ways. But in exchange you get a host of abilities that mortals don't have. Fantastic! You can read minds, possess people, teleport, and even see other ghosts through walls. So you get introduced to these ghosts early on in the game that are essentially the corrupted dead, what this game calls demons. These are the guys for which that see ghosts power that I mentioned a minute ago is made. You can check to see where any demons are around you using this ghost vision sort of thing. If they see you, they teleport to you and drain your soul out of your ghost form and you die. Well, die again. Cool, okay, that alone is fine. They give you these little locations of, like, ghost residue that you can hide inside, where the demons lose track of you. Okay, cool. They can't see you, right? So then they start to check these places. They'll go up to them and, like, look at them for a minute. And as soon as they get a whiff of the one that you're hiding in, or see you come out of one to go into another one, their chase timer resets, and they can pull you out of hiding places and kill you. But you can fight back, 'cause of course you can fight back. If you catch them unaware when their chase timer has gone back to 0 and they haven't seen you yet on this cycle, then you can use your ghost powers to exercise them by, tearing their soul out of their soul? It's not really very well explained, but it's done via a quick time event. If you fail, though, it's back to that old chase timer, run and hide in a residue spot, pray you can teleport to a new one before they can find you, lather, rinse, repeat. And you can't get past them without killing all of them in an area most of the time. This mechanic takes up at least 15 minutes every time it's presented. The first problem is that using ghost vision you should be able to see them and prepare for having this section of playtime. However, they don't show up on the map until you happen to trip inside their activation area, so there's no planning ahead for you. The second problem is that these ghosts have no connection to the rest of the game. There's like a strained, tenuous story reason as to why they are around.
What do you mean others can steal my future?
Demons.
Demons, of course.
Like us, but lost themselves.
Yep.
They can never move on now, and exist only to consume those lingering here. Those like us.
Okay, sure, whatever. However, nothing that you do in the game has anything to do with getting rid of demons. You're trying to solve a murder, to which the demons are unconnected.
Great idea, Baxter. Tamper with the evidence.
You son of a bitch! Put my fucking hat back! That does not belong to you. You end up getting involved in a bunch of side quests solving minor mysteries for other ghosts, to which the demons are unconnected. And wah! You explore the world and find trinkets and pieces of stories, to which the demons are unconnected. And we got it. They were an afterthought at best, added in likely because someone decided that no game could be good unless there's some kind of combat aspect in it. The third problem is one of consistency. During the very first cutscene that you see them, another ghost sees them as well and runs and hides in a residue spot, as though they're somehow dangerous to other ghosts. But then in practice, the only ghost that the demons care about is you. Other ghosts don't care about demons and don't seem to notice them. They only go after you, to the point that other ghosts are unaware of their presence. Make up your mind, game. Are these demons dangerous to ghosts, or only to the ghosts of detectives who were shot 7 times earlier that day? The fourth problem is the controls. Even if I could forgive the whole mechanic of killing demons and the collective hours of time wasted trying over and over and over to kill all the demons in an area, which I cannot, by the way, I'd be remiss in not mentioning that being behind a demon, quiet and not discovered, and pushing the exorcism button does not always start the exorcism process. Far more likely than it working correctly, you'll stand behind the demon and hit the button, but nothing will happen. So you panic and try to hit the button again, but by that time the demon has turned around, seen you, and uttered its annoying, over-filtered screech, forcing you to flee and hide for the next 4 minutes until it gives up, fucks off, and you can try again. I cannot count the number of times I pushed the damn button and nothing happened. And not just that, but while you're hiding, if the demon gets a sliver in the way of the residue spot you want to teleport to, your reticule disappears, and then, while you try to reorient the cursor to be able to teleport to the safe spot, the demon finds you and, surprise, another 4 minutes of hiding and trying not to get killed. Here's an easy way we could have fixed this problem, without expending any more resources and without adding any mechanics or assets that don't already exist. Make those portions of the game into a stealth game. You figured out a thing and helped a ghost ascend to the light, right? Great. That triggers the nearby demons to become active, looking for weaker souls that they can and may as well prey upon, right? So then you have to use the teleport, hide, and possession skills that you already have to stay out of their line of sight, not get noticed by them, and slip past their patrols. If they find you, it's immediate start over from the checkpoint, because you got soul eaten. They find you, they eat you immediately. And this would save us the headache of trying to do quick time events using a system that exists literally nowhere else in the game, wrestling with controls that don't work often, and having to wait and get frustrated while the patrols reset. No new mechanics, no new assets, just using skills that you already have in new and interesting ways. Since the rest of the game is a puzzle-solving adventure game, why not make the whole damn thing a puzzle-solving adventure game? The solution is simple. If you aren't willing to remove the demons entirely, and I still don't see why they're there in the first place, even story-wise, then at least don't thereafter make your main character, who has been a ghost for literally all of a couple hours, by the way, also be the only guy who can exorcise demons with no practice and only after being told offhandedly by another ghost. Don't ruin your otherwise great game with unnecessary and unfun bullshit. Murdered Soul Suspect is still a good game. If you can take out the fact that you have to fight the demons every 15 or 20 minutes or so and waste at least 10 minutes fighting them, then you can get past all the terrible bullshit that doesn't need to be in the game and actually enjoy it for what it is, which is decently fun. I just really wish that we could erase the little bits that don't make any sense for being in the game. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, the like and subscribe buttons are waiting just below this video to actually be a fun portion of your experience. You can also follow my socials, that's the Facebook and Twitter that are in the description box. And if you feel like it, you can throw some support my direction at the Patreon link that's down there as well. Click on one of these for another video. Thank you guys very much, and I'll see you next time.